Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. We're still continuing on with class trial number 2. Nothing really else to say. We're just slowly coming across. And I did happen to have a little bit of a look back on some of the dialogue, and the person that they suspected, or Shuichi might be suspecting, that's stringing us along, I did listen to a little bit of what they had to say, and sometimes they did. Like, once we were on one path, they diverted us from learning a little bit more about that one area. Each and every time.
No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
A dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying. In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
Or how much of a pest she really is, because if she thinks it's okay to write lipstick on the mirror, she's got another thing coming, because that's just a pain in the ass to clean, isn't it? Like, the person who does it doesn't have to clean that up, but the person who lives there needs a daily reminder if they don't clean it off. And, like, why? Why that? Can't you just use a piece of paper and a pencil?
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
Okay. Huh.
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
I wonder whatever happened with both of those teams that the year this came out. I think the Patriots did win.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue. Scratched handcuffs. Can I use this? Can I use this? The handcuffs found in the tank that were from Ryoma's lab. Handcuffs can be taken anywhere. I think we need stronger evidence to determine the crime scene.
I was wrong!
Okay. Scratch sink? Okay.
This is it.
I thought I could use both of them at the same time. Like, hey.
The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Yeah, like the... Sometimes... Okay, so, I know that I always mention this other group, ProZD and his friend Jay. ProZD originally had a channel called Press Buttons and Talk, I think, which he had with another friend. And he's talked about that. I don't want to disclose any information, heaven forbid I get anything else wrong. So if you want anything, go check out his Twitter. It's probably somewhere there. But he and that friend went through the Ace Attorney games, I think it's called. And he said they're a lot more lenient with that sort of thing. Like, if you suggested the handcuffs, you wouldn't be knocked away. You'd probably get some credit toward it. Or just say, I need more evidence than just this, or something like that. Whereas this, if you're not 100% correct, you're 100% wrong. Which I don't like.
Scratch marks on the sink?
Yep.
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
Yeah, oh, come on! Come on!
This is it! The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
That's... okay. Oh... God, that pisses me off.
Oh yeah, sort of looked like they'd been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room.
I thought it was going to be the exact same thing as the thing in, what was it? The third case? No, fourth case. I think the fourth case in the first game with Sakura. Like when I... No, it was the third case. Like I had to propose the tarp and the dolly, I think. And I could go either order. God, that pisses me off.
The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank? Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
I was just about to say, they were on him when we saw him get shredded.
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Disgusting things! I don't want to hear it!
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma?
Yeah. And I'm still wondering about motives and everything.
He could have used Shikuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him.
I might have to refute that. Oh, that's not truth bullets. I'm so used to going over there to save. Cause of death was drowning. Afterward, the victim's body was consumed by piranhas until only the bones remained. It's not mentioned here.
Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
Crack in the skull.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little me. I'm just talking to myself.
No, it's okay. Come up with an idea. We can refute it, or we can accept it.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
Is that also a reference to Shokugeki no Soma? Because that's what they do in the show.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right?
Is that like a common joke or something?
That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
But how did the culprits carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
Window to window. What shortcut between Ryoma's lab and the gym did the culprit use? Right click.
There!
I hate that I have to check every single fucking time.
The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open.
Except for that, and the one in the gym.
Except the one in Ryoma's lab.
Wait a minute. I'm just noticing now. I think it's at a downslope. Maybe they didn't transport themselves. Maybe they didn't... I'm thinking maybe they... What would they use? But there'd be a whole bunch of friction, right? And how would they be able to slow down in time? Because then they still would have entered the gym. I don't know.
And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Did the culprit drop Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window?
thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete.
But if he went into the pool, they still wouldn't have...
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier.
The pool rules. Oh, sorry.
The gym window was too high to reach from the pool side, even if one used the ladder.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
That's right. I apologize. I must go on a journey to reflect on this.
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Not necessarily. We learned a lot of important information. Now that I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab, the case is becoming clearer. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I have to figure out how to get from the 3rd floor window to the gym. Alright then, I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely. Hold on. I just wanted to check something. I just thought about it. Have I already missed my opportunity to collect the last hidden Monokuma for this chapter? Nope, I have not. Okay, I won't spoil where it is, but I have not passed it. That is good. I just thought about it just now. I find it the most likely. I completely forgot that it was even a part of this. Speak of the devil. I don't know if this is the right one, but it did mention that it was in Psych Taxi. When you have to deduce how things are connected, Psych Taxi will start up. I collect the letter cubes, right? Yeah. And I fill in the spots. Influence gauge. I ram into literally women on the streets. I wonder how Jay is gonna handle this part. Accelerate is left mouse. Can I? What would I need to concentrate for in this? Oh shit. What was that? F2. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes lying around to form the question. Hold left click to accelerate and use A and D to steer left and right. Yep. I think I can also use W, but by picking up letter cubes floating around, you can complete the question. Once you've completed the question, you head toward the escort that has the correct answer. If it's the right answer, then they'll get in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. Also, there will be other cars on the road. If you hit those, you will take focus energy damage. Focus energy damage. Okay, so then what's the focus about? If it's getting dangerous, use spacebar to concentrate. Stay calm and avoid them. Okay, is that going to be like whose ability? Franklin's ability in GTA 5? You have more control. Please drive safely. Enjoy the ride. Please respond at your earliest convenience. Okay. Heaven forbid that I fuck up. I want to save here. I want to get that Monokuma thing. I know it's in this one, but I want to save beforehand. Yeah. I'll just end up saving over this one. Yeah, this is the right position. Okay. Had to make sure based off the time. Alright. Psych Taxi, start! Because I think I can finish the questions. Oh god, I forgot about the mouse doing that as well. It's easier just to do everything with the WASD. (206 kilometers per hour). How fast is that in freedom units? Oh, shit. Did I take damage from that? I don't know if I did. The body was brought from where? It was brought from Ryoma's lab. Lab window. Get in, sweet cheeks. Now just remember, Respect women. I say that as I ram my car into them, picking them up on the side of the street. Also, I don't know if I took any damage beforehand. I'm trying to look around to see if I did. Oh, shit. I thought I was going to get both of them by being in a one position or not the other. Is that Angie on the side of the road? Fuck. Why is Angie on the side? Oh, I know. Yeah, I see what spot that is. I know where it is. My god, this one is... Shit. Okay. The body was brought to the gym from where? I'm actually kind of struggling to understand what this question is asking. I don't know if that question was written clearly enough. And over here. Oh, here come the cars. I know what I'm looking out for. Jesus. Oh boy. Yeah, I had to dodge that for that one. Make a choice, huh? Oh, I didn't even notice that was there. There you are! Obtained hidden Monokuma! How was it moved from the classroom window to the gym window? Oh, thank God it steers for me. Via the pool from window to window. Okay. Woohoo! And I even got the Monokuma! It connects!
I've got it. Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Yep. Also, did I hear someone speak at the very end of that thing?
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window.
Not exactly.
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
No, I don't believe he was thrown. But perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
Equipment to connect the windows. I believe it was found near the body. This? Right click.
There!
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
So then what's with the one in his room? What's that one used for? Would that really scratch up both windows though?
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Actor can reveal. What mysterious mystery?
Yeah.
During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Actor knows the answer.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
Mm-hmm.
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
What was it? 35 feet across?
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length.
65.
As for the distance between the windows,
According to the sign of the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
Okay. And how long was that tether for? Because that was my question before. Because there's one rope on each side. And also
was only thing between research lab and gym windows.
And also there's rope in the tire in the pool. See, like, right here, this is the only thing I'm trying to figure out how it's done. Everything else is self-explanatory. I kind of figured everything else out on my own, I think, beforehand. It's just the apparatus that they use to move the body over is throwing me off.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said.
Nice. Self 5.
Wait, who said that?
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one though.
Oh, then it's impossible. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sure there was another rope. Or at least something that could be used as rope. It's at the tennis net cable?
This is it!
Yeah, so then how does the inner tube have a rope on it?
The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
35?
About 50 feet or so.
Never mind.
But how do they use it?
Okay, so... First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window.
The flotation device has to be in the middle somehow.
Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta. You're so knowledgeable.
It's nothing. Going to use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Why?
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it! Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
Okay.
You got it. Just tell us already.
Thank you, Himiko.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
But then they would get stuck at the window. The body would just slam up against the window.
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Okay. Why are you singing?
Tarzan?
Oh.
But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Not just the rope.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
You're confusing me. You're definitely on to something. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would have not been able to retrieve it. I can see how the flotation device is used to transport themselves along. But I don't understand how they do that while transporting the body. They would have only had one shot at it. No second chances. Okay, so yeah, so there's no way to retrieve the flotation device. That's why it fell. So obviously the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully, meaning they could have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The problem is, how did they get near it? Yeah, it's down. All that we know right now is that there was a rope that connected the windows. Somehow the culprit used that to move the body, and were close to the windows themselves. And close to the window themselves. To make that work, they had to have used something else. The flotation device. But what would that be? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this. I'll solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Think. Come on, think! And click! Hangman's Gambit start. Ooh, fuck. What? I'll try P first. Nope. R. Rope. Rope. Rope what? On. Show question. What did the culprit fashion to move the body? Rope. Rope way? That is not the word that I was thinking. I was thinking like a zip line. I would not have thought of ropeway before zip line.
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
I honestly thought I was gonna do the excavation one to find the inner tube, but how was I supposed to know ropeway? I have a feeling Jay is gonna have a hard time with that because that word does not come easy to me.
Ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got brain damage or something? You need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
No, there definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the rope. In scenes where you have to deduce an image, mind-to-mind will begin. Haven't I already done this before? Or have I not done this? Is this new? I mean, this is the only reason that I'm seeing it, is if it is new. I thought I did it in the first one. Maybe I only remember the knife, and I don't know why I did a motion as well. Excuse me. Dig up piece. Yeah. Okay. Mind-to-mind. Scenes where you have to deduce an image, mind-to-mind will begin. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answers will be completely covered by pieces. Use the mouse to move the cursor and left-click to erase the pieces. Pieces will be erased when two or more of the same color connect. The adjacent pieces will change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. I need to check. Which one was dig? Confirm image is right. Gotcha. All right. When all the pieces on top of the object are gone, you can select the object as the answer. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. If there's just one piece left, you can repeatedly left-click on it to break it. But that will incur a time penalty. So don't just go clicking like crazy. It might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as you play. Thank you for your understanding. Mind, start. We'll start here, I guess. Nope. I don't... Oh, that's the ladder. Oh, it shows you behind. Okay. Yeah. Fuck. Just one. Oh, okay, it shows you which ones you still need to break. Really? Nope, one more, of course. There we are. Okay, when I first saw Mew's ability, I thought once you clicked on an image and could see it, it just fully exposed it instead.
The inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side?
Still don't know where that rope came from.
Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides.
Oh, you mean one on the thing and then one on the actual, ropeway line?
The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows.
That way. Oh! I didn't get that. I didn't even think about it that way for a second. I always thought that the donut was going almost like if you imagine a tube, basically the string. Like I thought the tube was going down it, but not like the string, the rope was in the center of the tire. I thought the rope was tied to it and then like they like shuffled their way across and then had Ryoma in the circle and they shuffled him that way. I didn't know how this would operate. I did not think of that like that at all.
And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported two people. The culprit used the ropes in the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym.
And how did they get down safely, though?
Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable, and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Okay, so they just
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible.
Yeah, but there was one rope on each end, and if they untie the thing, then how are they gonna untie both ends?
But wow, a ropeway!
I think they shuffled back. Maybe. I don't know.
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay.
Last time.
Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh, shit!
You didn't put your foot in your mouth.
His foot? Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Pops?
Uh-oh. Is the controller just not there anymore?
Uh-oh. Daddy's mad at you now.
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Oh. So is Monosuke not gonna die here?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Monodam's right!
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder? Some crazy-ass shit! But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway.
Mm-hmm. And then just chuck it back over.
Then, after returning to Yoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side.
But how did they get down from the gym window? Did they just fall? Did they just willingly fall down an entire story onto hard pavement? Concrete? Something? Throw the rope back over.
Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see! The rope was thrown from the window! That's why we found it there!
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered. But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
Because they couldn't retrieve it.
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The reason the culprit left it in the pool is obvious. The reason the culprit left it in the pool is... Oh. They didn't notice it. It was nighttime. There was no time. They don't like water. It was nighttime.
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
That had also fallen in.
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope.
Yeah, eventually they wouldn't be able to reach it.
Would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Okay.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur!
Click.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake. This was the perfect crime.
Yeah, like everything is like perfectly set up.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. No, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving this case. We're so close. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
I think this is where I started to like, how do you just jump? I need to know.
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself. Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Yes, I have a good idea of who the culprit is.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
I think this is where the jump in my mind occurs. Like, it's just so, like, everything is spelled out so clearly for you, and yet it seems like there's an empty spot. Like, if it has me choose the person next, I think this is the exact same thought process that I was in before. And I feel as if, like, when I was watching Shadow, he also struggled with this. Because it's such a jump. What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Yeah. I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have had to have been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Okay. Yeah. Knowing that narrows the list of suspects. Okay. That right there, like... Kirumi. Did anyone get that? Because it seems...
It has to be you.
like... it makes sense, but it
There's
seems...
one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
like... it seems like a bit of a jump. Like, it makes sense. It's a bit of a jump. Because if it has to be prepared in the gym prior to everything being closed off, so no one can access it to set it up. Kirumi says that she was... let's see. Kaito was elsewhere. Kokichi was doing other stuff. Angie and Himiko were with us. Those are the last few people that... Kibo was also with us. Those are the last few people that even interacted with the gym at all. Maki was in her room, encountered Ryoma when he was alive. No one would have gone into the gym. It makes sense, but when you follow everything, to immediately go to it, it's a little jarring. That's the only issue that I have with this. It makes sense, and it's only plausible, but it just seems so pushed and forced. And, like, if you're not following well enough along, it seems like at this point you would end up just, like, selecting random people to figure out who it is. There's one more thing I still have to confirm, but Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
I think, the fabric that's in the pool is, part of her glove from trying to slow down the rope, trying to not fly into the gym. And I think it ended up, like, ripping her glove, and that fell into the pool.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
She is wearing black gloves, or whatever that color is, it's like a dark gray color. And I originally thought it was part of Ryoma's clothes, which I think is meant for that purpose. Insect.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. Not someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin, has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
To force Kirumi to implicate herself, my logic has to be airtight. There's a hole in her story somewhere. I just have to stay calm and find it.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
Okay. The night before, Shuichi and some of the others were forced to stay in the ultimate entomologist's lab by Gonta, who was tricked by Kokichi. Himiko and Angie were brought in 5 minutes to 9 p.m. Kokichi left the lab at 9 p.m. Shuichi and the others were forced to participate in the insect meet and greet until after 11 p.m. I just remembered. Oh wait. Himiko and Angie were brought in 5 minutes to 9 p.m. Kokichi left the lab at 9 p.m. Those 5 minutes where they weren't together, she's not accounted for. Do I use this? What? I think it was Maki alone. Maki was standing guard in front of her lab last night. She stayed in her dorm room only during nighttime. What was the last one?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not.
Hold on, alibis for yesterday. Shuichi, Kibo, Kyo, Samugi, and Tenko were forced together in the Ultimate Entomologist's lab from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the insect meet and greet. At 5 minutes to 9 p.m., Himiko and Angie joined as well. Okay, so was this all added after? I don't remember this being an initial point. From 9 to 11. Yes. Yes, okay, I think this is the point that I'm going to have to use. So I was on the right track with the other one, but I would end up having to use this. At 5 minutes to 9 p.m., Himiko and Angie joined as well. Kokichi was in the Ultimate Entomologist's lab until 9 p.m. He was with Kurumi from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. By 11 p.m., he returned to the lab. Kurumi was in the gym until a little before 9 p.m. with Himiko and Angie. From 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., she was with Kokichi. But from 8:55 p.m. to 9 p.m., she was alone for 5 minutes. She was in the gym alone for around 5 minutes. Miu was seen multiple times last night wandering around the courtyard in her lingerie. Gotta love her.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared the inner tube.
I think I have to use her.
Except perhaps Gonta.
I think I have to use this against her one point where she says most of us do not have alibis.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi.
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most people.
Okay. True, I have no alibi for nighttime, but the others do not have alibis either. That reasoning is too shallow to justify being suspicious of me. Okay.
No!
I made a mistake. I need to think it over again.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at...
Shuichi and the others were forced to participate in the insect meet and greet until after 11 p.m. This all happened well after midnight because of Maki. Okay, okay, I need this one. I think this one also stumped Shadow.
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
Okay, I can't really refute that.
Proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared the inner tube.
What does this have to say about it? Tennis Pro, the victim's body was discovered in the gym. The cause of death was drowning. Afterward, the victim's body was consumed by... This one... Okay, I gotta listen to this carefully.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
To force Kirumi to implicate herself, my logic has to be airtight. Okay. There's a hole in her story somewhere. I just have to stay calm and find it. Do I have to agree with Miu?
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Okay. That's it. That's the proof. Let her have it, Shuichi. I think the issue that I'm having right now is that I'm like a step ahead of where I need to be. What exactly does this evidence prove? Surely you can do better than this, yes?
Oh no!
I made a mistake. I need to think it over again. Fuck.
I,
All right.
of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
Yes.
And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work.
Does this have anything to do with this? The night before, Shuichi and some of the others were forced to stay in the ultimate entomologist's lab by Gonta, who tricked Shuichi and the others were forced to participate in the insect meet and greet until after 11 p.m. 9 to 11.
But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kurumi is thin and has a nice body.
Oh.
She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
This one's... Okay, this one is stumping me up, and I don't know why. Why it's so hard for me to put 2 and 2 together. Okay. Why? Why is it that it can be her? What's the reason that it can only be her? Okay, Monokuma File 2. Cause of death was drowning. Afterward, the victim's body was consumed by piranhas until only the bones remained. I don't know if I have to bring up the point that the body was drowned. Only a select handful of us could have done that. Or something. Insect meet and greet the night before. Shuichi and some of the others were forced to stay in the ultimate entomologist's lab by Gonta, who was tricked by Kokichi. Himiko and Angie were brought in 5 minutes to 9 p.m. Kokichi left the lab at 9 p.m. Shuichi and the others were forced to participate in the insect meet and greet until after 11 p.m. Maki alone has nothing to do with it. Alibis for yesterday. Seems like that would help. Unless, since she's involved in this clue, I can't use that and I have to use insect meet and greet. Maybe that's... It's a test.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
It's a test, just to see.
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most people.
Most of us do not have an alibi for that time. That is correct. True, I have no alibi for nighttime, but the others do not have alibis either. That reasoning is too shallow to justify being suspicious of me.
I was wrong.
Damn. Okay.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime?
I have to refute something that she
I
says.
believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally...
Is it supposed to be like, everything was set up so fast? Like, I'm supposed to use the alibis for yesterday, and only she could have done it that fast? Is that what I'm supposed to be saying?
Except perhaps Gonta.
Oh, not insect meet and greet. Come on.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
After this.
The trick
Oh.
relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous.
That's wrong!
Is this where I had the...
No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi.
In such a short amount of time...
Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion.
Okay.
While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
I do like that art of her. Alright. Time for rebuttal showdown. Truth Blade? Is that what that said? I think black piece of fabric.
I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided narrative. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
Okay, I didn't think I would...
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened. In other words, it is just a guess. And then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess. It is nothing more than deception.
Oh my god. There's a lot of clicks. This is the conclusion we reached together. It's not just a guess. And I have evidence on my side, and I'll show her!
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Oh, okay, I thought... what, sorry, what were the other things? I think marked window frame is... that'd probably make more sense. Whoops. How does that prove I used the rope? I failed to see your point.
Oh no!
I made a mistake.
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
I can't click that. Fuck. I was going for it. I'd have to do it again. I just want a V-slice again.
It is nothing more than deception.
Okay. Let's try it again. I think it's the 3rd one, but I have to do it immediately, basically.
Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Okay. Oh, you have to get rid of the other statement first as well? Or maybe I just missed or something? I think I missed.
I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Yep. And because I know that it's going to take a little bit longer, because not only do we have to see, or we have to go through the comic book stage, but also her, her punishment. I think, and we also have to do a dance battle, which I think is going to be the glove. I think the final piece of evidence is going to be the black piece of fabric, or whatever the actual title is that I'm going to have to type in at the very end. But what'd you think of that reveal? I thought it was pretty good. I mean, the reveal for me back when was definitely a surprise, because it just seemed very, very fast. Like I said, like I mentioned before, it just seemed like a very quick hop, skip, and a jump. Like, I don't know. Oh well, that's enough of that. Let's hopefully you're looking forward to the next episode and seeing what all occurs there. And which Monokub is going to perish right alongside of Kirumi, because as we now know, she is the culprit. And I can safely say she is the culprit. I mean, we've gotten this far. There's not really that many stages left. So, yeah. She is. But wait until you find out how exactly she did it so effortlessly. I mean, she's the ultimate maid, but what was her motive behind doing this? That you're going to have to find out as well as myself, because I honestly don't remember it all. Anyway, have a nice day.